Sorry it's been so long. I'm doing a comic book review. Don't unsubscribe. Batman Death of the Family, Volume 3, go! The laser is 'cause I like sci-fi. Dude is 'cause I am a rad guy. 99 is 'cause I like Wayne Gretzky. That's why I'm lazy dude 99. Lazy time and we're gonna do a review. Yes, we're gonna review and talk about movies and comics too. Let's all go on to review. Hello everyone, I'm LazyDude99. Welcome to another LazyDude99 video. Today I'm reviewing Batman Death of the Family. This is of course written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Greg Capullo. Death of the Family is Scott Snyder's Joker story. Him taking his view on the Batman-Joker relationship and how Joker feels about Batman, the other members of the Bat family, and how Joker feels about Gotham in general. It is a dark, twisted, disturbed book, which, of course, if it's about the Joker, it really needs to be. It really adds a little bit more dimension to Batman and to the Joker's relationship, while keeping true to the way the relationship has been over the years. It's actually kind of interesting to talk about the story of this, because there isn't a whole lot of story. I'm not saying there's not stuff going on in the story, is that it's a pretty basic story. Joker is back, wants to kill the Bat family. There you go. But it does it in a different way. One of the things I like about this book, that it acknowledges that even though it is a new 52, that it acknowledges the classic stories from Batman's past. We have references to the Laughing Fish, to the first time Batman and Joker met from the Batman-Joker canon. And, you know, it's always so refreshing to see that we got writers that aren't throwing away all that was there from the past DC books before the New 52, and they're acknowledging that some of those stories took place. So for a Batman Joker story, you need a few things. First thing, you need Joker to be creepy, and my gosh, is he creepy. I mean, I didn't really think it was anything special the first time, and a couple of times I read the book, but then this last time I read the book, I read the dialogue out loud. You know, that is just my way to make sure that I don't miss anything by reading everything out loud. And yeah, Joker's lines are pretty creepy, and they're really well layered, and they're really insane, which definitely, of course, fits the Joker.
See, in a moment, you'd get the call you're waiting for, and you'd make your decision. You'd decide to make your move, wouldn't you? You'd throw that batarang behind your back just like last time, and wham! I get hit. Ow! But being fast, I push my remote and poison the water, and you'd call your little friend, the one who used to be Robin, Nightwing, isn't it? And he'd blow the aqueduct. Batman, I'm arriving at... And then we'd fight, and you'd save the city, sigh. But I'd get a few people again, the same handful I got last time. The ones who pull their water before it gets piped down into the main city. Funny, you know, they tore down the housing projects that were there last time, and instead they put up a condo for the young and uppity. And seeing as they're the ones I'd likely get, well, I just went ahead and got them. Look! See, it's all done! The water is poisoned, the aqueduct is blown, and the people are dead. Now we can talk.
You sick maniac!
Now, Bats! I said I came to talk.
We got a little bit of Frank Miller's style Joker in here, where he views Batman's and Joker's relationship as an actual friendship, and and he feels like Joker is Batman's only friend. But we got an added dimension to this story, that is, Joker feels like the Bat family is making him weaker, that he's relying on others so much, and that they make him weak and soft, and so he's going out of his way to destroy the Bat family. And one of my complaints about the book is this. See, this is the Joker compilation of all the Joker's doing to the other members of the Bat family. This is basically just focused on him and Batman. You know, this one has all the stories with Joker and Batgirl, Joker and Damian, Joker and Tim Drake, Joker and Red Hood, and Joker and Nightwing. Now, I'm not reviewing this book, but I just wanted to quickly touch on it. This book is really repetitive. I mean, you get the members of the Bat family, they're just doing their own thing, then the Joker comes and they fight hard and long against him, but eventually they are beaten down and captured. And you look at this and you're like, how on earth did he have all the time to do all of this? Like, so many people are dead, he's facing all of these different members of the Bat family, and it seems like on one night, but I think it might be multiple nights, but he's facing them all, and he's taking them down, and all, like, none of their paths cross except for Red Hood and Red Robin. But anyway, I'm not reviewing this. I'm just saying that this book gets the whole... You kind of get sick of the Joker by the end of it, because you're just like, okay, I get it. Joker's menacing, and he's taking down the other guys. And those stories are just side stories. I am getting a little sick of every Batman book needing to go into the other books. You know, because we had City of Owls that had to go into the other books. Now we're having this movie that has to go into the other books. Then we have 0 Year that has to go into the other books. We have to have a 0 Year issue, at least one. You know, I just leave the Batman books to do Batman stuff. You know, you don't necessarily need to have it affect the other Batman books or the back family books. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I don't want to speak too much of the story because it kind of can spoil parts of it, but I do want to talk about one thing that I always thought of and I always felt like with the Joker, and that they kind of address in this. It's the way the Joker feels about the other Batman villains. You know, I always thought that Joker must have a certain respect for the other Batman villains. A certain level of respect because he respects their work and how they operate and how they are a match for Batman and how he fights them. And here they really go into that. There's a scene where Joker basically kills a whole bunch of mob bosses, but he leaves Penguin alive because he considers Penguin one of these people that actually knows how Gotham City runs and how everything must float towards Batman. And he goes to the Riddler, and you can tell that he has a certain respect for Riddler and a certain respect for most of the Batman villains. And I always felt that with Joker, that Joker actually likes having those other guys around because they are part of, they are part of Batman. They are a part of Batman, and therefore he allows them to still work and do whatever they want because they are a part of Batman's rogues gallery. Unless they piss him off, and then in that case, he'll kill them all like he did the Royal Flush Gang in an Infinite Crisis, which is an awesome moment, by the way. Anyway, Batman is also handled very well in here. We can see that Batman is very confident, but with the way the Joker is acting, it's leading some of the other Bat members of the Bat family really looking at Batman and saying, does he really know what he's doing or how he's handling this? Because this Joker is seeming to do more and is capable more than he ever was before. The artwork in this is actually really good. We got 2 types of artwork. I just want to quickly check to see if they were both done by the same artist. So we have Greg Capullo and Jonathan Glapton as Jock artists. I never heard of that. But I guess that means they both did different issues. For the majority, there's a majority of art style in this book that is really dark. Like Joker, for those who don't know, his face was cut off at the beginning of, I think it was Detectives Comics run. His face was cut clean off by this villain called the Dollmaker, and then he disappeared. Now he's back, but instead of having surgery, he basically took some staples, put it on, and put a band around his face and put it on. And my gosh, by the longer this book goes on, the more disgusting that face looks. And it makes it look really creepy and demented, and you're just like, are like, there are some, you're like, keep it down, keep it down. One of the things that I am a little bit annoyed is just, is anyone else sick of seeing Gotham police officers dying? I'm a little sick of it. I mean, it's just, there's a scene where Joker goes into the police station. Gordon's there, and the lights go out, and Joker's there, and he starts snapping people's necks. And it's a creepy moment, to be sure, and it's really dark and twisted, but it's just, it ends with Gordon waking up near a pile of dead police officer bodies. I'm just like, I am so sick of seeing this sight. Who would work for the Gotham Police Department these days when their life expectancy is like till the next issue? Because there's so many times where I see police officers die, and not only just by the Joker, but it's all the time, and I'm a little sick of it. But I will admit that it was a creepy moment. It's just, it's something that I'm a little annoyed by. But anyway, as I was saying, there's two art styles. One is Greg Paulo, but at the end of every issue, there seems to be like a mini issue that will change art styles, which is basically giving a little bit of behind the scenes what the Joker is doing. There's a little mini issue with Harley, a little mini issue with Penguin, a little mini issue with the Riddler, so on and so forth. And I think the different art style works. It's really twisted and like, you know, and to see, because we're seeing those stories through the Joker's point of view, to see him really twisted and dirty, and it works for the story. Scott Snyder is he's such an interesting writer, because in some ways he's taking Batman to a place where I haven't really necessarily seen him before, and it's a good place, and I like where he's going with it, and then he does things, like, he does some things that are not only good, but some of the best I've ever seen in comics. Like Death of the Family, or like the first Court of Owls book that had the Labyrinth, and the Labyrinth is one of like now my favorite scenes in all of comic books. But then you have other stuff, where what he did with Mr. Freeze, and I didn't really like how Court of Owls was handled. I mean City of Owls. I didn't really like how City of Owls was handled, or the way they did Mr. Freeze. Or I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna have to talk about it more later. I hate Zero Year. At least I've only read volume 4 of Zero Year, but I absolutely hated all of it. It was, when I review that, I'll talk about that, but I want to say how, when it comes to the comics right now, it's just, some of his stuff is just mind-blowing, amazing, and then some of it I'm just so bugged by and annoyed by, and I'm just like, why? Why are you doing that? This book doesn't have anything that I'm annoyed by. I like this book just like I like the first Court of Owls book. It's really dark, it's twisted, it's demented. We get a good character arc for Batman and how he's learning about his relationship with the Joker and how he feels about that. We get some insight to how he feels about different members of the Bat family. We get a lot of insight into the relationship between Batman and the Joker, and how Joker feels about the relationship, and how Batman feels about it. And not to mention, it brings up a whole lot of interesting stories from Batman and Joker's past. In my mind, if you were a Batman fan, you definitely do not want to miss out on Batman Death of the Family. I think this is a great read for all comic book fans. Definitely check out Batman Death of the Family. Thanks for watching, everybody. I don't really have a whole lot of else to say about this. It's just, the Joker is good, Batman is good, the artwork is good. There's only a few things here and there that I have slight problems with, but they're more personal preference than actual criticisms on the book. Batman Death of the Family is just an amazing read. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm LazyDude99. See you around.
Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel, and wait for more coming soon.